Turkey takes action. Request for a red notice for Netanyahu's Minister Akın Gürlek announced that, as part of the legal proceedings regarding the attack on the Global Sumud Fleet, 35 defendants including Binyamin, Netanyahu and Afek Moskovitch are on trial, and that the process to issue red notices for the two individuals has been initiated. The legal proceedings initiated by Turkish authorities following the Israeli military's attack on the Sumud Fleet, which had set sail for Gaza with the aim of providing humanitarian aid and consisted entirely of civilians, have reached a new stage, according to a statement made by Justice Minister Akın Gürlek on his social media account, following the arrest warrants issued on July 14, 2026, against Netanyahu and Moskovitch on charges of genocide. The Ministry of Justice requested the issuance of red notices to ensure their international apprehension. It was noted that the request was forwarded to the Ministry of the Interior. While the relevant documents were sent to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, trial continues for 35 defendants. The trial process began with the acceptance of the indictment prepared following the investigation into the attack on the Global Sumud Fleet. It was reported that, under Case No. 2026-108 of the Istanbul 11th High Criminal Court, prosecution is underway against 35 defendants, including Netanyahu and Moskovitch. It was reported that the defendants are being tried on various charges related to the armed intervention allegedly carried out in international waters against civilians transporting humanitarian aid to Gaza, as well as the detention of activists. Process initiated for a red notice in Minister Gürlek's post. It was noted that a request had been made to issue a red notice for the international search of Netanyahu and Moskovitch in accordance with the arrest warrants issued against them on charges of genocide. In this context, it was noted that the Ministry of Justice's request had been forwarded to the Ministry of the Interior, and the prepared documents had been transmitted to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They are on trial on multiple charges as part of the prosecution against Netanyahu and Moskovitch. They face charges of crimes against humanity, genocide, aggravated unlawful detention, intentional bodily injury, torture, property damage, aggravated robbery, and hijacking of transportation vehicles. These charges are linked to the alleged intervention and detention of activists on a flotilla heading to Gaza to deliver humanitarian aid, which reportedly took place in international waters. Gürlek, "We will resolutely continue the legal process." In his statement, Justice Minister Akın Gürlek emphasized that crimes committed in Gaza must not go unpunished and stated that Turkey will continue to take the necessary steps within the framework of national and international law. In his statement, Gürlek noted that they would continue to stand with the Palestinian people and the conscience of humanity under the leadership of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, and added that the necessary steps would be taken to ensure that those who commit crimes against humanity are held accountable before the law. Minister Gürlek's post. Full text of Justice Minister Akın Gürlek's post is as follows. The judicial process regarding the attack carried out in international waters against activists of the Global Sumud Fleet, who set out to deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza, is continuing with determination. In Case No. 2026-108 of the Istanbul 11th High Criminal Court, prosecution is underway against 35 defendants, including Binyamin, Netanyahu and Afek Moskovitch, in accordance with the arrest warrants issued on July 14, 2026, against Binyamin, Netanyahu and Afek Moskovitch on charges of genocide. Our Ministry of Justice has requested that the Ministry of the Interior issue a red notice for their international apprehension, and the relevant documents have been forwarded to our Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Binyamin Netanyahu and Afek Moskovitch, in connection with actions involving armed intervention against civilians delivering humanitarian aid to Gaza in international waters and the detention of activists. Charges of crimes against humanity, genocide, aggravated unlawful detention, intentional bodily injury, torture, property damage, aggravated robbery, and hijacking of transportation vehicles. We categorically reject the notion that the Netanyahu administration which is pursuing a policy of genocide in Gaza, is immune from accountability. We will not tolerate the cover-up of crimes committed in Gaza or the protection of those responsible under the shield of impunity. We will resolutely utilize all means available under national and international law. Under the leadership of our President, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, we will continue to stand firm in solidarity with the Palestinian people, the oppressed, and the conscience of humanity. We will resolutely take all necessary steps to ensure that those who commit crimes against humanity are held accountable before the law.